Hello students, in previous part we have discussed some CNS part of our central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. In this section we will study about sensory organs, means receptors, and human eye. Sensory receptors or sensory organs. Sensory organs or receptor. Have you ever thought the different change in our surrounding area climate, how we can feel, how we can take the smell of the food, taste of the food, as well as hear the sound and see the light as well as other things. These all are accomplished by the sensory organs. It means the different change in climate, taking smell, taking taste, hearing sound and visual, these all are accomplished by sensory organs. And there are 5 sensory organs in human beings, and those 5 sensory organs are tongue, skin, ear, eye and nose. So different change in our surrounding area, these receptors accept the different the climatic change, or we can say the surrounding area change, and then they send to the CNS. And we know that the main sensory, all the processes are analyzed in the brain. The main part is thalamus. Thalamus is called gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, because all the processes are analyzed here, and then after that would we complete the process. So we can say that thalamus is called gatekeeper. It receives the different signals from impulses from the different organs, and after that it analyzes and send to the different receptors. And those receptors are of 5 types. So we can say that sensory organs or receptors, by which we can feel the different taste, smell, sound as well as touch. So we can say that there are 5 receptors, and those 5 receptors are named in different ways. First, for example, tango receptors. What do you mean by tango receptors? Tango receptors is related to the skin. Is related to skin. We feel hot, cold, pain, pressure with the help of skin. So we can say that skin is a tango receptor. Skin, by the skin we can feel pain, hot, cold and pressure with the help of skin. So we can say that skin is a tango receptor. The second one is ear. With the help of ear we can receive the different sound. So ear we can say that phonoreceptor, because we can hear the sound. Such like as photoreceptor means eye. Eyes are the organs by which we can receive the sunlight, and so that we can see the object. So eyes are photoreceptors, because with the help of eyes we can see the object, that is called visual cause. Same as olfactory receptors, we can take the different smell of food. Smell, so nose is called olfactoreceptor. Olfactoreceptor or olfactory receptor, we also can say that olfactory receptors. Nose, with the help of nose we can take the different smell of food, different smell of substances. And next is ear, tongue, skin. Tongue, with the help of tongue we can take different taste of the food, because the taste bud present on the tongue. So tongue is called gastroreceptors. Gastroreceptor, because with the help of tongue we can take taste. These tastes are provided by the taste buds which present on tongue. So these are different sensory organs or receptor by which we can by which we can feel the different changes in our surrounding area. In next part we will discuss in the human eyes. What is the function of eyes and how the structure of eyes in human being? In human being, eyes are present in the socket or orbit of the facial bone. Each human eye is the weight is nearly 7 grams and they are mostly spherical in shape. Human eye is covered with 3 membranes or 3 layers, and these 3 layers are of different structures as well as they have different components. The outermost layer, which is white in color, is made up of hard connective tissue. And this layer is called sclera. It is mostly spherical, but at the anterior part it becomes opaque. It becomes transparent and protrude portion. In a protrude portion, this transparent protrude portion is called cornea. Such like this one. The next layer, which is bluish in color, it mostly part in human eye it is very thin, or we can say that at the posterior end the bluish part is very thin, but at the anterior part it becomes thick and forms the ciliary muscles. This blue region or blue layer is called choroid. The function of this layer is to supply the blood to the human eye. This is the second layer called choroid. Bluish in color. We can't see blue color from the outer. If we want to see the blue color, we will dissect the human eye. Then we can see that the second layer, which is made up of blue color, and it forms then the ciliary muscles. The function of ciliary muscles to hold the eye lens. In human eye, the concave lens is used. This is the eye lens. That is biconvex, not concave. Biconvex. Convex is lens is used. In human eye and photographic camera, both similar type of lens is used. At the anterior or at the front of the human eye lens, this layer becomes opaque and dark in color. This dark color represent the human eye's color, and these are called iris. Human eye color may be black, green or blue. This color of human eye dependent on iris. The rest part between the iris, the rest part remains the human lens is called pupil. Through the light enters into the human eye. And third layer is called retina. The innermost layer is called retina. So we can see that there are three layers of human eye which protect the human eye. The outermost layer is called sclera, which is white in color. It is made up of hard connective tissue. Human eye. Human eye are present in socket. In the facial bone, that is called orbit. Each human eye weight is nearly 7 grams, and mostly the human eye is mostly in spherical in shape. Spherical in shape. Human eye protected by three layers. Outermost layer called sclera, which is white in color, and it is made up of hard connective tissue. Hard connective tissue. The second layer, which is bluish in color, that is called choroid, and it provides the blood to the human eye. The third innermost layer is called retina. All the images which are formed, the sub-object which have been seen by our eyes, the image will form at the innermost layer, that is called retina. In human eye lens, that is used biconvex lens. The bluish choroid, it is the thicker from the anterior part but thinner towards the posterior part. This layer, choroid, becomes at the anterior portion wider, and it forms the ciliary muscles. These are the ciliary muscles. The function of ciliary muscles to hold the human eye lens. At the opaque portion, this layer becomes opaque just in front of the eye lens, that is called iris. This iris represent the human eye color, which may be black, brown, green or blue. Iris represent the human eye color, and the rest portion which remains, that is called pupil. The size of pupil may be increased or decreased. This is dependent on the intensity of light. If the light intensity is dull, or we can say dim light, the pupil extend, and when we comes into the bright light, the pupil size will be decreased. Clear? And there are 2 points, or we can say that 2 spots are present in the posterior part. These, the last portion from the nerves are arises. Those nerves are called optic nerves. These nerves transmit the signals which we have seen to the CNS, brain. At the leading end of optic nerves, a spot is present. This spot is called blind spot. Why it is called blind spot? Because at this spot there are no any photopigments. It means photoreceptors, sensory pigments are not present, and it is not sensitive towards light, so it is called blind spot. Just posterior to the blind spot, one another spot is present, that is called yellow spot. Yellow spot contains many photopigmented. Photopigment means photo रिसेप्ट करने, लाइट को रिसेप्ट करने के लिए पिगमेंट्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं. येलो स्पॉट, इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड मैकुला लूटिया. मैकुला लूटिया. At the inner surface, or we can say that at the retina, a small pit is present, small depression is present. This depression is called fovea. What is the role of fovea? Fovea increase the intensity or clarity of the object. It means the image which are formed at retina, the clarity of image will be increased with the help of fovea. So, in human eye, there are 2 chambers. Which chambers? One chamber that is present between the human eye lens and retina. This chamber is called vitreous chamber. This is called vitreous chamber, and in this chamber a fluid is filled that is called vitreous humor. This is called vitreous chamber, which contain a fluid called vitreous humor. In vitreous humor, there are some gelatinous cells are present. What is the role of gelatinous cell? With the help of this cell, the size of eyeball does not reduce or increase. It means these cells help to maintain the size of eyeball. So what is the role of vitreous humor? Vitreous humor contains fluid in which the gelatinous cells are present. The role of gelatinous cell is to fix the human eyeball size. And one chamber which is present between the cornea and eyelids, this chamber is called aqueous humor. Aqueous chamber. And in this chamber fluid is also present. This fluid is called aqueous humor. This fluid finally drained into the blood. Clear? There are two chambers. In retina is the innermost layer. Retina is the innermost layer of the eyeball at which all the images are formed. Retina is made up of 3 layers of cells. Retina is made up of 3 layers of cells. It means 3 layers are present in the retina, which is from inside to outside or inside to outside. If we see the retina's 3 layers from inside to outside, these layers are of cell: ganglion cell, ganglion cells, after that bipolar cell, and after that photopigmented or photoreceptor cell. Photoreceptor cells. So retina is made up of 3 cells layer. These cells layers are from inside to outside are ganglion cell. It means the ganglion cells are inside, and middle bipolar cell, and after that photoreceptor cell. In human eye, the photoreceptor means light recepting. In human eye, there are 2 types of photoreceptors. Photoreceptors. In human eye, there are 2 types of cell. 2 types of cell which receive the light pigments. And those 2 cells are rod shape or cone shape. Rod shape or cone shape. Rod shape cells are present in nearly 100 million, but they act only in dim light. Dim light. With the help of rod shaped cell, we can see in dim light. So these cells are called twilights or scotopic cell. These cells are called twilights or scotopic cells. Rod cells are also called scotopic or twilight because they cell can be functions in dim light. And cone shape or cone cells, these cells are mostly with the help of cone cell, we can say different color of the things. Cone cell contains, or these cells function in the bright light. Bright light. So they are called photopic cell. These cells function in the bright light, so they are called photopic cell. In cone cell, there are three main primary, or you can say that three primary pigments, which are red, green or blue. With the help of these three primary color, the cone cell maintain or cone cell produce 17,000 hue of different color. It means with the help of mixing of these three primary color, cone cell are able to produce 17,000 hue of different colors. What do you mean by photoreceptor photopigments? The pigments which are able to receive the sunlight, those are called photopigments. One more thing, in human eye, the main photopigment is a protein that is called rhodopsin. Rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is a red, purple color pigment which attached to carotenoid, an aldehyde, carotenoid or an aldehyde, called retinal. This rhodopsin contain protein, because rhodopsin is a protein. Actually, rhodopsin contain opsin, and opsin is orange in color. But when opsin attaches with the retinal, it forms rhodopsin. Rhodopsin, which is red purple in color. As the human eye receives the sunlight, this opsin split from the retinal. Retinal, actually, what is retinal? Retinal is actually vitamin A or vitamin A. Vitamin A is very important for the human eye. In lack quantity of vitamin A, the human is not able to see, and that is called night blindness. Night blindness. Okay, listen. In human eyes, one main photopigment is rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is a protein in which opsin contain. The opsin is orange in color, and this opsin attached to an carotenoid that is called aldehyde. This aldehyde or carotenoid is retinal. Retinal is not only something extra, it is only vitamin A. In the help of, or you can say that retinal when attached with opsin, it forms a rhodopsin. But in presence of sunlight, this opsin split from the retinal. And splitting of opsin, which only release a retinal, in this retinal, or this retinal is able to produce vitamin A. If the vitamin A quantity becomes less, the human will feel night blindness. It means the person is not able to see at the night time. Or in the help of more quantity of vitamin A is lack, or you can say that reduce, then the person is not able to see the object as well as in night or daytime. So vitamin A is very important for the human eye. This is the structure of human eye and how the function can be performed by the human eye. In next part, we will discuss on human ear.